Well, with us now is Sarah Grant, Legal and Policy Director at the Joint Council for the Welfare of Immigrants. Sarah, thanks for coming in. What number, can I ask, did you have in your head before David Cameron stood up? What were you expecting?
Well, certainly not a number over 5 years. We were hoping for a number for this year. 20,000 over 5 years is far too little. You know, that's about 4,000 people a year. Probably this year he might take 2,000 and he'd be sort of set to fulfil his quota.
So it doesn't come anywhere near enough?
No, it doesn't. No, it really doesn't. I mean, I have to say it is welcome that there's been a shift, a U-turn in government policy, because we've been arguing for more Syrian resettlement for many, many months now. So it is absolutely welcome. Something is better than nothing, but it does fall far short of really what we need to do. But more importantly, Emily, there are two reasons why this is not sufficient. It's not just the numbers. What Mr. Cameron is proposing is taking Syrian refugees from camps, UNHCR camps. He is not talking about taking anybody who's already in Europe. And as we know, what we've seen over the last summer, the numbers of people, I mean, the estimate is about 350,000 people have been detected this year alone. So what happens to the refugee crisis on our doorstep? This is not dealing with that at all.
He's made very clear the reason why, or the reason he's given, is that he doesn't want to encourage more people to use traffickers, to spend money, to make an incredibly dangerous journey, the consequences of which we see daily on our screens. To do this, isn't that the right priority, to go straight to the camps?
Well, his concerns are completely legitimate and shared by all. There's nobody who wants to see what is happening, wants to see traffickers flourish, and steps need to be taken to sort that out. However, that does not mean that we do not have a crisis within Europe at the moment. And we can't simply say, nothing to do with us. You know, we're an island, nobody comes here first, everybody comes via Europe.
But perhaps, and this is what a lot of our viewers have been telling us, you can say we're a very small island. We're not the same size as Germany, we're not the same size as France. We haven't technically got the land mass available to house more people.
Well, that's an argument you hear all the time from people who advocate against increased immigration. We are not the same size, but we certainly have the capacity to take on far more people than we do. I mean, you know, the number of asylum claims we get in the UK, Germany gets in a month. Now, this is a very different situation, and if we're talking about housing 20,000 people, then we certainly can take that number and more. We do have the space, actually, and we can invest in the infrastructure that's needed, but we cannot simply turn our back on the crises unfolding on our doorstep. And the other thing, of course, is we are only talking about Syrians here. As much as this is welcome, this is Syrian resettlement. What about all the other refugees?
Sarah Grant, thank you very much. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.